We're back here in the Tech Lab Studios, continuing on our mission to find ways to make technology work for you. In our last couple of videos, we took a look at the virtual stream deck from Elgato. We looked at ways that we could use it in our streaming workflow to make things go easier and some of the features that it has. Today, we're going to go a little bit further and look at another piece of software that we can utilize. That piece of software is called Space Desk. Space Desk is a program that allows you to add additional monitor screens to your Windows 10 or Windows 11 computer. Those screens could be either an Android screen, an iOS screen, an Amazon Fire tablet screen, an additional Windows computer, and then in beta, they also have the ability to send it to browser in HTML5. What I've done with this in my testing, I've actually connected to Android, iOS, Fire Tablet, and additional Windows computers and found it to be very helpful. For our demonstration today, we're going to take a look at what we can do with a Fire Tablet and be able to work with that. So after making a connection, I'm actually showing the Fire Tablet screen, and we're able to add that as a third monitor on my computer. So what you're seeing here is what I'm actually seeing on my tablet. It is wireless. I can pick it up and take it around. There is also an option on here to be able to connect it to a USB so that you would have a wired connection for that monitor. But for this case, we're just going to use the wireless. So on this screen, you do see that I have a couple of virtual Stream Deck docks here. I have one here on the left that I'm using for control of the ATEM Mini Pro. And then I have another one here that I use for switching scenes within EVMux. I can actually physically go in here and click it with mouse buttons. So as I'm clicking it with the mouse, it is changing. Or if I want to, since this is a touch-enabled device, I can actually tap on the buttons and have them switch. So here I'm just tapping the scenes on the preview side of the ATEM, and I can do the same thing with this on the program side of the ATEM, and it's actually making the corresponding changes on the ATEM deck. We also can switch scenes. Like when I hit the auto button, it does the transition with the ATEM and changes the camera scenes. Also, I'm able to have other Stream Deck docks on here. I basically look at this as my control panel where I can have those docks minimized when I don't need to see them, or I can tap the button and bring the dock back to view. So when I tap that button, it brought up a small dock over in the upper right-hand corner of the screen. I can tap another button here and it's going to bring up a larger dock that has more functionality on there. And just like I said, as we need to, we can hit the page advance button on the dock and it will move to the next screen. And then if I need to select any of the programs here, I can do. Again, I can tap this and make this dock go away. I can tap that and make the other dock go away as well. So one thing that I have envisioned for this setup is to be able to have a control deck for some of the pastors that I work with that have expressed a need in being able to control some of the functionality on their computers from where they are at the podium. They may be in a situation where they have limited staff there and nobody to man the computer to make the changes. Using this series of softwares, we can actually build out control panels where they can control their ATEM Mini, they can control their PTZ cameras, and they control the audio mixing board. So this is something that we're doing that's going to really expand the possibilities of what can be achieved. And as we go through the process of testing and come up with further development, I'll make other videos so that You can see exactly what's going on, and you can see how you can implement this in your workflow. So if you like what we're doing here, please click the subscribe button and share this channel with other people as well. And we'll see you in the next video.